My name is Anthony Lowe. Do a lot of remodeling. I've been doing it for 35 years. We had a family business. Went to school for carpentry and another college for drafting. Me and my brother and my father, we had our company till he passed. My father passed in 2005. So me and my brother took it over. In 1980, I moved next door, 2-bedroom house, and we had to remodel it. And then he moved out in '84. So I've been there ever since. Since I was staying next door and she was getting older and she would call me all the time to do something, I moved in with her and stayed with her for a year, took care of her. I went to work and then I was taking care of her. That was my 2 jobs. She got kind of sick one night and we called the ambulance for her, and it wasn't nothing too bad, but when she was in the hospital, it got kind of worse. And then she was gonna come home, but that morning they brought the bed. Then they were gonna bring her, but she passed before she could make it home. Me and my brother and my sister got together, so we're gonna sell her house, and we started moving stuff. And then every time I would go over there, I get, I guess, emotional or stressed. And then not too long after that, I drove to San Jose to check on my motorcycle. And then I drove back and I sat down with my friend and I couldn't get up. I had the stroke. So I got kind of dizzy and they called the ambulance for me. And I was in the hospital for 48 days. And then when I came out the hospital, the house was sold and they moved everything out. And went and stayed with my daughter for, I guess, a year, doing my own therapy because they cut it off for the pandemic. But in the hospital, I had to learn how to walk again. But I did pretty good. I went from a wheelchair to a walker to the cane in like a week and a half. It was a trying experience, a shocker to me. I still have dreams about it. Only time I've been in the hospital overnight was when I was born. So we filled out the disability form, but I don't know, they didn't send anything back for the whole year of 2020. So none of my bills were getting paid for a while. Give me any information for the disability, or I didn't hear back from them. And there was a lot of stuff going through my head from stuff my mother, the house, bills, everything, which is good because I needed sleep, because that was a thing too. If for a stroke, if you don't get your sleep. So it had me kind of nervous there. I said, I can't sleep, even though I was trying. Could not sleep all night. Then I tried for Social Security disability, and then nothing happening there. And I think I contacted Open Door Legal in October.
My name is Lindsay Pace. I am the lead employment attorney at Open Door Legal. Anthony Lowe came to us in October of last year. Usually when somebody has a medical record that really demonstrates just how unable they are to go back to work, it's a good sign for a Social Security disability case. And so he should have been eligible for both short-term state disability insurance, which is available through the EDD. You can get that for about a year. And he should have been eligible for Social Security disability insurance with the Social Security Administration after that 1 year on short-term disability had ended. So he was eligible for both, but he was receiving neither.
And I ran out all my information to her, and she said we can work on it. And she took the ball and ran with it and came through for me.
Because he had suffered such a debilitating stroke, he was unable to fill the applications out on his own and follow all the meticulous paperwork that they require. Both of these programs, employment benefits and Social Security benefits, are supposed to be designed so that anyone can access them without any problems. However, that's just not what we see. A lot of people have a really hard time. It's a very meticulous area of law, and it's very insular, and there's not a lot of public information about how to get these benefits or like how to work up these cases if you're just an individual person. What I want to do for the client, because I don't want them to have to be stressed about the details of why Social Security is giving them a hard time. I just want I want to take that on myself and just, handle it for the client. For Mr. Lowe, we were able to supply enough medical evidence that showed that he was disabled at the first level of application. For him, we were hoping that we could get his case handled way before hearing, because even between the second level appeal, the reconsideration phase, and the hearing, the wait time is about a year. It can be 2 years. In COVID, it's been even longer. It's a very hard process for people to do on their own. We hope that more people come to us, because once you have the knowledge of how to navigate the system, we can help a lot. Mr. Lowe worked his whole life and paid into this system his whole life. He worked, a very hard, very vigorous job. He paid into Social Security disability, he paid into state disability, and he still is struggling to get these benefits after his body has kind of given out. And so it's very frustrating. Last holiday season, we received a number of gift cards for groceries, and I really advocated that Mr. Lowe get one, because he essentially had gone, I think, almost a full year without any support of any kind, and he was really, really grateful. Maybe within a month after he got the good news that he was approved.
I'm able to sleep through the night, and a lot of stress is off me. A lot of pain has went away. Just can't stand that long. I feel a lot better. Before, when the first time we talked, I was kind of stressed out then. I would sleep maybe an hour or 2 hours, and I wake up, watch TV all night. But after when we talked, I was able to sleep all night. I didn't want to lose my house. I want to bring my recliner back and actually sit in it, but I just want to enjoy it. I haven't been in there for over a year. She fired me up. She showed me some hope.